Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking to you about boat trailers, and before I get to that, if you like my videos and like my channel, please subscribe for plenty more content on the way. Alright, before I talk about this particular trailer, which is an EASYTOW trailer, I'll talk to you about a few different, styles that you typically see on the market. So you will see trailers like this, if we come down here, that have a series of rollers underneath the keel, and then some rollers up on the side. You will also see trailers typically under fiberglass boats, which are a full multi-roller design, and the rollers are kind of on, wobble rollers are on rockers, and they actually don't have keel rollers underneath them. And then there are trailers which are basically just have skids only. So if you have a look over here, under here, you can see these skids here, and a lot of the more custom trailers that you can get these days will only have skids. So they're the three sort of trailers that you will see around at boat ramps, etc. Definitely the full skid trailer is more of a custom thing, and the full multi-roller and the actual keel roller style are more of your basic trailers that you'll see around the place. Now, if we're talking about construction, obviously this is a galvanized boat trailer, which is a cheaper option, and a lot of manufacturers are now making aluminium trailers as well. And when it comes to, longevity of the product, galvanized steel, even though it is galvanized, trust me, it always eventually rusts out, absolutely guaranteed. Now, I've had trailers start to have pretty bad rust at 10 years of age, and having said that, I've had trailers which have been 30 years old which have still been actually in really good condition. So I guess it depends how you look after your trailer. And obviously aluminium is a more expensive option, but if you really are going to keep your boat for a very, very long time and you want the very best trailer, that money can buy, then aluminium is definitely an option. So they're the sort of basic different trailers that you will see on the market. Okay, now we've gone over those basics. Now obviously I've had a lot of different boat trailers over the years from all sorts of configurations and things like that, and a few things that I've found is when you have a trailer that has keel rollers, you definitely want to have as many of them as possible. So I've had a few fiberglass boats where there's only been 4 or 6 rollers under the keel, and it's basically a lot of weight sitting on not very many points, and it has physically worn through and damaged the hull. So something to consider there. That's why these EASYTOWs have a lot of keel rollers to basically spread out the weight. Now, when it comes to full multi-roller trailers without any keel rollers down the middle at all, they are classified technically as full drive-on trailers. But I've got to say, and I have driven my boat onto them many, many times, but in doing so, what I found is they really struggled to align themselves perfectly in the center just with the wobble rollers alone. And what would often happen is one side of the trailer would have most of the weight sitting on 1 or 2 rollers literally, and then if you went over to the other side you could just spin them and they weren't even contacting. So yeah, definitely didn't like that configuration. It's not my favorite configuration. Also, when driving on the back of when driving on a trailer with just wobble rollers, I found that there's just a lot of areas that you can actually bang your boat in between all the sort of arms that the rollers are on and things like that. And yeah, it was just quite easy to cause damage, and on a few occasions I actually did bang my fiberglass boats into the back of the trailers and damage them. Nothing major, but still, it's pretty frustrating and upsetting when that happens. So look, personally, I'm definitely a fan of trailers that have a full set of keel rollers down the center. Another thing I really, really like is basically these skids, okay, which guide the boat onto the center of the trailer down onto those keel rollers. So I find that a really important feature to have, and even better when they are basically like they are mounted on the EASYTOWs, where they're actually welded on. So you can see that's really, really sturdy, and it's not these kind of bolted on, you know, kind of almost cheap afterthought arms that put on some trailers, So I really like the configuration of having the rollers down the middle, the skids that direct the boat down to the middle, and then a few rollers on the side just to keep that sort of stability. And as you can see, all these rollers are really well set up, and the boat is sort of distributing its weight evenly. Now, another option I always like to get on my trailers, and I get it on every single one that I buy basically, is the mesh walkway here and all the way down to the back of the boat. And look, even though I drive my boat on the trailer in 9 out of 10 scenarios, there are occasions if it's really windy or the tide's really low and you don't have much of an angle on your trailer, where sometimes you just have to get down there and winch it on basically. And you know, we've all been on slippery ramps and things like that and fallen off trailers, and it's just nice to have the mesh walkway there, so you know you can get up on there and grab your boat if you have to without dramas. Now, with the EASYTOWs, I've got to say I'm really impressed with their componentry. So you've got a really good quality jockey wheel, obviously, really nice quality winch. You've all seen the bar catch system that barcrusher uses. It's incredibly simple, and I do like these a lot better than some of those sort of retrofit boat catchers that you can get, and they kind of bolt on down here, and you have a piece that goes on the boat down here. And what I find with those is you've got to be extremely accurate for it to actually clip on, otherwise you have dramas. Now, with the EASYTOW as well, so like I mentioned, these sort of sections here, instead of being bolted on, they're actually welded on, and there's a lot of welding going on there. Rather, even the walkway, it's all welded on there, super strong. Now, why is that important? I guess because, like I said, all steel eventually rusts out. Even galvanized steel, even stainless steel, believe it or not, it will rust out in harsh conditions. And things like bolts and little components are especially susceptible to rust, and when they rust, it means it's really hard to replace them. You know, the thread gets rusted on bolts and it's hard to get them off. So ultimately, on a really good trailer, you want as many welded components as possible, and the less bolts the better. So that's one thing I really like about these EASYTOW trailers. A lot of other things I like as well. Really solid guards here, you can stand on those. Areas to stand on everywhere. Good quality wheels, of course, and just little touches here, like things like this to, you know, strap your boat down to and things like that. So look, you know, I've owned a lot of trailers, and a lot of them been your typical kind of low to medium range dunbiers and Mackays and things like that, and they are okay, don't get me wrong, they will get you around and you probably won't have any problems with them. But I can honestly say that the EASYTOWs are absolutely a step above compared to those trailers. And yeah, I've had absolutely no dramas with this trailer at all. It is the easiest trailer to drive on that I've ever owned. And look, and I think it's important when you're buying a new boat and you're spending a lot of money, for a lot of people, a trailer is basically an afterthought, and it shouldn't be like that. So a lot of Stabies and Surtees are sort of packaged up on, you know, pretty low level dunbiers and things like that. And I sort of look at them and I think, you know, like I said, with those bolted on kind of skids and a bolted on kind of pretty dodgy boat catch, and I just sort of think those trailers don't do justice to those boats. So I think it's really cool that barcrusher is actually partnered with EASYTOW. And look, an EASYTOW, I'm not saying they're the best trailers out there, I'm saying they are one of many very high quality trailers available now in Australia. So check out what's out there. But yeah, look, for a lot of people a trailer is an afterthought, and trust me, I've been one of those people many times on the side of the road having to make repairs from things breaking and shearing off, and you know, due to sort of poor design and poor manufacturing quality. So you definitely won't regret buying a trailer like this. And obviously if you're going to keep your boat for a long time and you know, spend the extra money and actually get an aluminium trailer. But look, design wise, I think these trailers work absolutely great. The aspects that I've spoken to you about, the sort of aspects that I look for in any trailer that I buy. And yeah, so anyway, hope you found that insightful. And look, and just the moral of the story is don't skimp out on your boat trailer. Really, really important stuff. And if you look after it, you'll get many years of, you know, hassle-free use out of it. All right, see you guys soon.